boys and girls, and welcome back to another awesome Sunday school lesson. I am so glad that you have joined me today. Now, today we are going to talk about how Jesus is trustworthy. That's a pretty big word. Can you say the word trustworthy with me? Trustworthy. Trustworthy means that we can count on someone. They will tell us the truth and they are always there for us. Jesus is trustworthy. He is a firm foundation. Have you ever built something before with blocks or Legos? Maybe you and your brothers and sisters have tried to build a super tall tower with blocks or Legos. Now, when I have built things before with my blocks or my Legos, I have discovered that blocks are a lot less sturdy than my Legos. My Legos stick together with each other and are able to stay strong, unlike regular blocks sometimes. Has this ever happened to you before? Sometimes we build things and we want them to last forever. And we get really mad when our moms and dads tell us to put our toys away. Well, in our Bible story today, we are going to learn about when Jesus told a parable. A parable is a story that Jesus told that teaches us something about God. But instead of me telling our parable, I have some friends that are going to tell it to us. Check out our awesome video and then come back for some questions.
Victor and Lauren, otherwise known as the Truth Busters, are sinking into this well-known scripture about where to build your house. Who are the Truth Busters? Victor and Lauren, together, have a combined 24 years of being alive. They're curious about the things they read in the Bible and want to prove that what Jesus says is absolutely 100% true.
Let me guess. We're building something.
You got it, but we're not only building something, we're building two somethings.
Two somethings. Are they big?
Let's just say they're as big as a house.
In the book of Matthew in the Bible, Jesus talks about following him. Those who follow him are like people who build their house on the rock. Even if the rain comes in torrents, and the flood waters rise, and the winds beat against that house, it won't collapse, because it's built on solid rock. Jesus goes on to say that anyone who hears his teaching and doesn't obey is foolish, like a person who builds a house on sand. When the rains and floods come, and the winds beat against that house, it collapses with a mighty crash.
So here's our plan. We're going small scale first. I built a little house. I've got a rock. We're going to use the rock as the foundation, turn on a storm, and see what happens.
And while Lauren's working on her house, I've got mine, and this bucket of sand, which will be the foundation for my house.
Will Truth Busters Victor and Lauren be solid as a rock with this scripture, or will they sink like a stone?
Nice work on your house, Lauren. Are we ready to test the next scripture out?
I'm ready.
Okay, Matthew 7, testing house on sand or rock. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, check it out.
That's pretty much what I thought would happen.
It looks like Lauren was a stone-cold lock on her prediction. The house on the sand didn't stand a chance against the makeshift storm, while the house on the rock wasn't rocked at all.
So, what did we find in our small-scale test? The house that was built on sand was completely blown away, but the house on the rock, as steady as can be.
So enough of this small scale stuff. Are you ready to kick it up a notch?
I'm all for it, but how are we gonna get 2 houses and how are we gonna simulate a storm?
You leave that to me.
Whoa, what are we doing on the beach and where are the houses?
Well, Jesus was talking about building our lives like those 2 men built houses. We're going to test that.
Uh-huh. And how are you managing to whip up a storm for this test?
Should be coming in 3, 2,
Wait, what?
1. Hang on!
Ah! Lauren!
It's my new tornado machine! You like it?
Hey, warn me next time.
I told you to hang on. I have to say, this one was fun.
Jesus was totally right on with this scripture. Choosing to follow Jesus is just like building your house in the rock. But if you choose not to follow him, you sink.
Absolutely. This scripture is confirmed.
Have you ever heard someone say something and wondered if it was actually true or not? Maybe you've heard some of these things and wondered, is that really true? Like, the moon is made of cheese. Have you heard that before? Or maybe if you swallow a watermelon seed, a watermelon will grow in your stomach. Now, these are funny things that people say, but they're not always true. In our Bible story, we learned about how Jesus is trustworthy. He is our firm and solid foundation. He's like when the man built his house on the rock. When the man built his house on the rock, no matter the weather, the storms, or whatever else came, his house stood firm. Jesus is trustworthy. We can trust in him when we are going through difficult times. We can trust him and lean on him when we are struggling because we know that Jesus is trustworthy. He is always there for us, and we can always count on him. In the book of Psalm 33, the psalmist says these words, "For the word of the Lord holds true, and we can trust everything he does." It's talking about Jesus. We can trust everything that Jesus says is true because he is our true God and he is trustworthy. Take some time to answer these questions with your families and then come back for our closing. Jesus told us in the Bible that no matter what happens in our lives, if we're facing hard times or storms in our lives, he will always be with us. And we can trust that because he is true God and he is trustworthy. I'm so glad that you joined me for a Sunday school lesson today, and I can't wait to see you back next time.